All right, it's a busy evening right now in Ohio, as well as portions of Michigan and Indiana and Illinois, where we've had numerous reports of tornadoes touching down. And right now, the focus is on Western Ohio for the latest round of tornadoes. Here's the live radar right now. And again, if you're just joining me, keep an eye on the timestamp because by my watch, it's 9:18 p.m. I don't want you to be joining this feed a little late. And again, timing is everything. These storms are moving quickly. So what we see right away is we see a couple of tornado-warned storms up here in Western Ohio. And let's zoom on down. Let's go right into here. This one has a history of producing a tornado over here near Oakwood, right there. Local storm report. Report of a tornado with visible soil lofted along Highway 613 west of Oakwood. There's another report of a tornado, probably the same one. Van Wert County EMA relayed a photo of a tornado. Further investigation confirmed this damage to the house of a relative. Okay, so we have two reports of a tornado in Van Wert County. And there's the storm right now. And if you do notice, all of a sudden, the tornado warning has disappeared off of this storm. That's good news because it's just about a county away from the News 5 viewing area now. So we'll show you this one. It is moving over Hoytville, North Baltimore, Bairdstown. It looks like the tornado threat from that one has passed. Let's go and check in on some comments. Make sure if you're joining us, just joining us now, make sure you tell me who you are and where you are watching from. We're getting some viewer comments coming in now. I'll be able to post those on the screen in just a few minutes. So here we are, first tornado warned storm beginning to fade away as we speak. I want to widen out our view. Whoops, hold on. Oh boy. Here we go. Don't want to end the stream there. Anyway, hopefully you're seeing it. Hi from Barberton. Indeed, that's where we are. Barberton. Let's widen out our view here. There's Dave. There's Dave. There's Lisa. She is here. Okay. Let's bring it on down back into home. Let's go wide. Let's widen out our view. Let's go. Sorry, my controls are a little off here. Boom, there we are. All right, tornado watch in effect for Ottawa, Sandusky, and Seneca counties until 11 p.m. We've got other tornado-warned storms that are just moving into Bell Center, Bell Fountain, West Liberty, Urbana. And notice the tornado warnings are fading away. They're not being reissued, which is good news for us. It means that as the storms move in toward our News 5 viewing area, they're beginning to show signs that they are fading away. Let's see, who do we have here? We have Ralph from Dundee, Ohio. How are you, Ralph? Glad you're here, buddy. All right, Massillon, Ohio. There's Christopher. There you are. Burton, Nicole is here from Burton. Love hearing all the comments. Let's see. I got to go back to. Here's the radar once again. So we've got a line of strong to severe storms from Kenton all the way down to Cincinnati. There's a tornado warning that's just now been issued for the Hamilton area. Sliding east, it'll miss downtown Cincinnati by a little bit. And so far, the Storm Prediction Center has not extended any of the tornado warnings farther to the west as of this time. You'll know it when we see it. All right. Well, wait a minute now. They just did. You know, I just did. New tornado watch has been issued right here in the middle of your screen. It includes Richland County, Huron County, Ashland County, Wayne County, Stark County, Columbiana County, Carroll County, Tuscarawas County, Holmes County, and Coshocton County. This is a brand new tornado watch. Let me get an expiration time on it. Brand new. It does not include Cleveland, though. It does not include Akron. So I'm just trying to get a expiration time. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. is when this watch expires. So you can see a brand new watch just issued for the Worcester area, that Route 30 corridor through Canton, Mansfield, Ashland. For this cluster of storms that's coming in that has a history of producing tornadoes, you can see it. It's in Bell Fountain down to Urbana. No tornado warnings on it right now, but we just had a brand new, live on the air, just a brand new tornado watch issued For the southern, I would say half of the News 5 viewing area until 4 a.m., the Ottawa, Sandusky, and Seneca County Tornado Watch expires at 11 p.m. So nothing for Akron, nothing for Medina at this time, nothing for Cleveland as far as a watch box goes. But here are the storms sliding on in, and they're pretty potent. Have a history of producing tornadoes all the way out of Indiana, now into western Ohio. We have several confirmed tornado touchdowns in western Ohio. There's one right around Piqua. There was one near Wapakoneta. Say that 3 times fast. You had the tornado confirmed again near Grover Hill and Paulding in western Ohio. Now, this storm cell's pretty vigorous, although it has shown some signs it is trying to weaken a little bit, sliding toward North Baltimore. Now, what I need to do, I need to shift to the Cleveland radar to get a better idea of what this storm is doing. So right now I'm on the Cincinnati radar. So I need to switch to the Cleveland radar. Wayne County, Ohio, you're going to get your share. Let's let that ingest. We'll get you to Wayne County. That's Becky and Miranda, Lorain County. Strongsville's here as well. Strongsville is here as well. That's good news. Very, 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 very good news. Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. All right, so this is trying to get the Cleveland radar ingested here. As soon as that comes in, you'll see it pop on. It'll kind of change a little bit. But once again, a brand new tornado watch box for Huron, Ashland, Richland, Wayne, Holmes, Coshocton, Stark, Tuscarawas, Columbiana, and Carroll counties until 4 a.m. And it's truly because of this cluster of storms here. Come on, Cleveland. We got to load you, Cleveland. Let's get Cleveland loaded here. Let's get that radar loaded. Right now, we're still stuck on Cincinnati. I'll try clicking it again. Let's bring it on in. Ba-ba-boom. Ba-ba-boom. Trying to load, trying to load. Trying to load. There is a warm front right along the shoreline of Lake Erie right now. This may be an out for my husband to not mow the lawn tomorrow. Maybe Kristen. Maybe Kristen. Still waiting for Cleveland to load. Cleveland's having a little bit of trouble loading. Hold on. Let's click it again. There we go. Now we're going to get it to load. Boom. There's Cleveland. All right. So now we can get a better look at this storm that's over here just south of Bowling Green. So what do we see in this storm? It's a very strong thunderstorm. It has a history of producing tornadoes, but right now it looks like it's weakened enough. Let's see if we can find some wind on that. Let's go with some base velocity here. All right. There we go. We got some strong winds down here. Wherever you see this blue, that's over 50-mile-an-hour winds there. So you see that blue color near North Baltimore. But also keep in mind that this storm is shooting up. The radar beam is shooting up in this storm quite high. So next to the ground, probably not on the ground yet. Okay, let's go and see if we can find any hail on this bad boy. Okay, probability of severe hail. Let's let that load. It's almost loaded. It should pop in very, very shortly. Severe hail. And the Cavs are down by like 25 right now. That hurts. Sorry, Cavs. Yeah, we knew Boston was going to be pretty tough. Any chance Southern Summit County close to Stark will get some action? Yeah, Dominic, I think so. Yeah, Shar, you just got the alert for the tornado watch. I'm not sure why the hail isn't showing up. It must mean that we don't have a chance for hail. Okay. I'm okay with that. There's the reflectivity. There's probably a little bit of hail in that storm. It's one county away, and it has a history of producing tornadoes. So we're going to keep an eye on it. We've got all of these storms down here, Kenton down to Urbana. I mean, those things are nasty. Here's also our tornado warnings moving into Hamilton, a couple that are pointed towards Cincinnati right along the Ohio River. So there are still some tornado issues to our south right now. For you and I, we're more concentrated, focused on this cluster of storms that you see on your screen right here as it slides slightly north of east. And let's see how fast it's going. Oh, we got to change directions here. It's moving at about 40 miles per hour, about 40 miles per hour. This one, though, we'll keep an eye on. This one's all by itself. This is a supercell thunderstorm, and it's all by itself. Kathy from Lake County, how are you? Jordan's excited for all the puddles. Tornado action for Stark County. By the way, please, this is my brand new Facebook page. While I have you all here, I need you to click that like button, that follow button right now, because this is where I'm going to be doing severe weather from here on out. My severe weather coverage will be on this page, and if you're following me, then you will get notified when I'm doing these live events, okay? So if you haven't hit the follow button, please do that right now. Of course, you all know my Facebook page was hacked last summer, and I had 75,000 followers, and that's gone forever. So now I'm trying to build up the Facebook following again so that we can all talk severe weather together and winter storms together when we need to. And if you're not following me, and if your friends and family aren't following me, you probably won't get notified when I'm doing these. And it's very important. Look at this. Mary says, I followed you. This is great. Thanks, Marianne. Appreciate it. What about Canal Fulton? Lorraine, Canal Fulton, you're right in the path. You're right in that tornado watch. You're right on the edge of it, okay? You're right on the edge of that. Cheryl says, good evening from Seven Hills. Thank you. Good evening to you. Love being able to show the questions here. Hide current comment. Yeah, we're going to do that. Martha says, I'm watching from Ashland. Beautiful. Let's go back to some of the new comments. Well, this weekend, I think it will, but we still have, you know what, we're still in a slight risk for severe thunderstorms through about 1 in the morning, although the tornado watch goes until 4 a.m. I don't think we're going to need it for that long, to be honest with you. Don't think we're going to need it for that long. Watching from Kilbuck, says Sarah. Awesome, 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 awesome. Kelly Lee, Massillon area, you're under a tornado watch until 4 a.m. Here, let's put this into motion now, shall we? Let's bring it on into motion. Forgive me for being a little bit scatterbrained. I'm having my fingers and my mouse aren't talking to each other like they should. They're not talking to each other like they should. So let's try it. There we go. So what I'm going to do is going to give you some motion on this. Oh, we got a brand new tornado warning here for this storm in West Liberty and Urbana. See, there's still the threat there for tornadoes. Let's put it into motion. And we have had a lot of severe weather to our west, including many tornadoes. Southern lower Michigan got pounded. At least 3 tornado touchdowns tonight in southern lower Michigan. And I bet at least one of those was an EF2, maybe EF3. It was pretty pronounced on the radar during the 5 p.m. and the 6 p.m. newscast. Watching from Austinburg. Yay, Lauren Ashley. Share with the Q92 listeners. I appreciate that. I love my Q92 listeners. Join me on the live stream. Lee, watching from Worcester. Are we going to get a storm, says Georgia and Parma. Yeah, I think you will. Question is, will it be a severe storm? So here's your tornado watch right there. Tornado watch number 199 of the year. Max hail is 2 inches in diameter. Max wind gust of 70 miles per hour. Max cloud tops at 50,000 feet. Storm motion moving east at about 70 miles per hour. 70 degrees at 35 miles per hour. And this is not a PDS, not a particularly dangerous situation. Although if you're under a tornado warned storm, it is particularly dangerous to me. So there's a tornado warning. Now, what I need to do is I need to get you closer to that storm so we can take a look at it. All right, here's the Dayton radar. So let's go right on in. Let's zoom on into that one. And what do we see there? Well, we see a little tiny bit of a hook. Little tiny bit of a hook. Let me see if I can get us some velocity on that. Yeah, I could see a little couplet. You see where my cursor is? There could be a little couplet right in here. So potentially, let's see if there's any correlation coefficient there. No, it's not showing up on this radar because, of course, that's not dual pol. So I'll widen out my view. And what we're going to do is switch to, so that warning you see spinning there in the middle, that is a tornado warning. Around that is a special weather statement, thunderstorm. Thunderstorm mention, we'll call it, but now they've issued a tornado warning for that. So what I need to do is I need to find ILN radar. That's right down here, and see what we can see on that. So there's 3 tornado warned storms right there in central and southern Ohio. All right, let's go down to the Hamilton one real quick. We're keeping an eye close to home, but it's, you know, we all have friends and neighbors in Cincinnati. So you can see right here on this one near 7 Mile, follow my cursor, that you can see this little indentation there. That's a little bounded weak echo region, a little hook there. And then you can see this hook right here near Sunman. It's got some rotation in it. There's some rotation there. So it's got a little bit of hail in that. Probability of severe hail is only 40%. Okay. So they're beginning to line up now. They're beginning to form a squall line, but still you can see some little indentations in there. Yeah, definitely 7 Mile right in here. What I'm seeing right there is definitely something where my cursor is along Route 127. Give me some velocity. Yeah, you see the reds and the greens, the bright reds and the greens together. Definitely a little couplet. See what we have as storm relative velocity. It's got to load. It's got to load. It's got to load. It's live. This is live, folks. Seeing it as it's happening. Okay, so generally where my cursor would be is where the potential tornado would be located right now. Let's see if we have any debris aloft. Not really. No, I don't see anything right underneath the couplet. So chances are good we do not have a tornado on the ground. And if it is a tornado, it's very, very, very weak at this stage. All right, let's go farther north. There's our other tornado warned storm here. We'll zoom on into that. Just checking. I don't want to get blindsided by any other additional warnings here. So all of these severe thunderstorms, you can see there's one supercell here, there's another supercell right there, and then there's another supercell there. They're trying to join together. But what we want to do is we want to look for the hook. We want to look for the hook. Let's zoom on in. All right, let's go in there. Where would you think, folks? Tell me where you think the hook might be. If you were a betting person, where do you think there's a spin here? Just go ahead and put it in the comments. Sharon's headed to work. Could the tornado fizzle out before it gets to North Canton tonight? Absolutely it could. And we hope it does. We don't want any. We really don't want any tornadoes. Put in the comment where you think the hook is, where the potential spin would be, okay? My hunch is lower left quadrant. Okay. Kelly thinks it's down in here, lower left quadrant. She thinks it's down in here by the green. There is definitely some rotation right in there. That's a mesocyclone. That's a rotating portion of the thunderstorm cluster. So let's go and find and see if we can see any base velocity products. Okay. Kelly, you get an A on this one, because if there is a spin, you can see where the bright reds and the bright greens are close together. Right down in here, that would be where we are probably, potentially seeing a spin. Let's see what else we have. Base velocity. Wait for it to load. Wait for it to load. Beverly's watching. Carolyn's watching. Brittany, upper right quadrant. All right, it's got to change colors on me. Again, this is live. It's got to load all by itself. It's got to live. Waiting for it to come in. Check out our correlation coefficient. See, I don't see any debris down here. I don't see any blue bullseye or even a bright red or orange circle there. There's lots of orange up there, but it's not underneath the spin. upper mid quadrant. You guys are doing good. Can't read the cities. St. Paris, Urbana. Those are the closest cities there. So whatever it is in here, it's pretty rain wrapped right now. My hunch is that there's really nothing on the ground. So the radar is down here. The green is air that's moving away from the radar. And the red in this reflectivity, in this velocity, is moving toward the radar. So if there is a spin, it's probably right down in here. Right in here, St. Paris. In fact, let me take a look. We got a maximum change in velocity of 50 knots. So we do have a weak spin right there. It's a tornado vortex signature, probably not on the ground. Wind picking up in Amherst. Distant thunder. Distant thunder. Okay, that's good to know. Kelly says, hi from Olmsted Township. Love it. Love it. Love having y'all here. Really do. Really love having y'all here. So you can see the crawls running at the bottom of the screen. If there are any additional warnings or anything issued, we'll make sure that we try and add those in. Missy from Worcester, still shaking from last summer's tornadoes. Yeah, in Mentor, Diane, I get it. It was just an EF1 too, and that was enough, right? That was enough. Let's see, watching from Valley City. And if you joined me last night, folks, we were right on that tornado that touched down in Oklahoma. How many of you were here with me last night watching with me that live feed? I went to Oklahoma because it was a high risk, and I was on here, and we watched the tornado as it moved in and just totally obliterated the town of Barnsdall. And you're seeing pictures of that today on the news. And if you joined me last night, we were actually tracking that severe thunderstorm as it moved into Barnsdall. And I remember we all had a little moment of pause, remember, if you were there with me. So make sure you like this page, please. We've got hundreds of you on. This is my new Facebook page. Please follow this right now. Follow this page so you're notified whenever we talk severe weather. So where would be the spin right now? Let's go. Follow my cursor. I would say that there's got to be some sort of spin right in here. Okay? Right in here on the very bottom edge of, hi, Rob. Very bottom edge of that tornado warning. Thank you very much, my friend Rob Powers. Say hi. Hi. Brings me in water. I appreciate it very much. Thanks, Rob. Okay, so there's that tornado. Tornado warned storm. And it looks like the circulation is right at the bottom of the polygon. Okay, right at the bottom of the polygon. All right, we're going to hide that comment. Mark, how fast is the storm moving? About 40 miles per hour. If there is a tornado warning issued for our News 5 viewing area, Lindsay, I will be live on TV. I'll set aside this feed and we'll go live on TV. Okay, I promise you that. I'm not going to. We'll do that without a problem. All right, let's widen out again. This is down towards Cincinnati. I want to make sure that we are absolutely checking and tracking what's coming our way close at home. I'm going to turn back on the Cleveland radar. Just a reminder here, we do have a brand new tornado watch for Huron County, Richland County, Ashland County, Wayne County, Holmes County, Coshocton County, Stark, Columbiana, Carroll, and Tuscarawas counties until 4 a.m. Now, here's the storm that has produced a tornado just in the last hour. This one right here. No warning on this one right now, but it has a history of producing a tornado, so we keep a close eye on it. And where did it produce a tornado? Right back in here, near Oakwood, right there. Van Wert County. Photo of tornado, damage to home. This one's near Oakwood. Tornado, report of a tornado with visible soil aloft, which means it's picking up debris. It is picking up debris. Confirmed tornado there. Other confirmed tornadoes in western Indiana. We had several confirmed tornadoes up here in Michigan. Lower Michigan got hammered with tornadoes back toward Battle Creek, back toward Lansing. Let's see, Kalamazoo. No warnings out for them as of now, which is good. They've had their share tonight. Now we focus on northern Ohio with the tornado watch and storms knocking on the door. Can you hear them knocking? They're getting closer, closer and closer. Sorry that my head is low on the screen here. What's really fun here is, you tell me what you like better. This layout, I'm not going to go with this layout. This layout's okay. We could use this layout with Trent and Katie and Phil and I doing tornado coverage, in the future. But right now, I want you to see as much of the radar as you can. So I'll just put my little face down in the corner. Watching from Portage Lakes, please. We got hundreds of you on right now. Tons of comments. Tons of comments. Tell me what you think. Ask questions. I'm here to answer them. I am at your disposal. There's a strong thunderstorm near Rising Sun near Fostoria. It's moving slightly north of east at about 40 miles per hour. That puts it in the News 5 viewing area. Actually, it's already raining in Fremont. It takes it up towards Sandusky within the next 30 minutes or so. You've got several clusters of storms down here that are poised to move into the southern half of the News 5 viewing area, and they also have a history of producing tornadoes. No warnings on those right now. And notice how this warning down here got cut a little bit. I'm going to zoom on in. It got cut a little bit. It got skinny, didn't it? It got super skinny. Let's widen out that view here. Glad you're all here. Any storms for Lake County? I think we will have thunderstorms in Lake County, but the threat for severe weather for Lake County is pretty slim. Late to the live, think we have severe storms in Dover, New Philly. I do. I think you're under a tornado watch, so there is a threat for you for tornadoes overnight, and that tornado watch goes until 4 a.m. Same for Worcester, same for Massillon. You can't read the cities. Well, actually, the map is in yellow because those are our temperatures. I've got the temperature kind of contour on. They just issued a new tornado warning for this. So this thing is still producing. Interesting. They're still worried about it. And let's see, that storm around Cincinnati, still a tornado warning just to the west of Cincinnati. I'm going to turn the Wilmington radar right back on. Right back on, because I do want to see this tornado warning storm right here. Tornado warning storm right there. We're going to zoom on into that. So again, if you're a betting person, Brecksville's here. Love it. So many of you here. This is awesome. We're tracking tornadoes on the ground in Ohio right now. They are moving our way. We have a tornado watch in effect. I've got to add that to my crawl. Tornado watch in effect for the southern half of our viewing area until 4 a.m. These storms have a history of producing tornadoes in western Ohio. There's a tornado warning. It's radar indicated. It's not confirmed. Okay, so that's good to know. So what I'm going to do, we're going to check our velocities. Let's find the spin. Let's find the spin. Boom. Wow. Wow, this is increased. Look, where's the spin? Tell me where the spin is, folks. Poof. Look for that bright pink pixel next to the bright greens. So right where my cursor is, that is where the potential tornado is, and that spin has increased from the last time we looked at it. And it keeps on going. A couple of things to check. Storm relative velocity. Let's wait for it to load. It's going to change colors here. There it is. Can you still have bright greens and reds next to each other? Is it producing debris? Is it on the ground? Let's check our correlation coefficient. I would expect to see like an orange or blue blob right in here if it were picking up debris. And right now at this time, that is not showing up. Doesn't mean that there's not something trying to drop down right now. In fact, it probably is based on the strength of that and the fact that they just issued a new tornado warning for that storm. All right, reflectivity, there it is. You got some hail up here toward North Lewisburg as well. Pretty big storm. If that continues to move east, it just barely grazes Coshocton County, maybe southern Tuscarawas County. Notice what's happening to our storm up Bring it on back. Let's zoom on into this one. That has a history of producing tornadoes. So what's happening to this thing? It is still a supercell thunderstorm. It is still moving into an area with a ton of energy that could cause it to spin. It is still spinning. So what I do notice is near West Millgrove. Can you read that? West Millgrove, I can zoom on in. This thing has a little tail on it. It's got a little tail right in here, West Millgrove. So that's something we're going to watch. Is this little tail going to start to spin even a little bit more and a little bit more? Is this going to develop into a hook? So this could refire. Keep an eye. No warnings out on that one, but it is in the tornado watch. It is in the tornado watch. Also, slide on down to Upper Sandusky. Look at these clusters of storms here. Kind of busy, kind of lots going on. Let's zoom in onto that one. That cluster. Harpster, Marseilles, Morale, Marion, Caledonia. They're interrupting each other. They're really getting in each other's way here. And that bodes well if you don't want a tornado. When you have them kind of stepping on each other, these supercell thunderstorms getting in each other's way, that helps. See what we have with our velocities here. This is the Cleveland radar. It's shooting way up high in these things, way up high. So we're really not getting a good idea what's going on. Let's try storm relative velocity. Let's wait for that to load. Storm relative velocity is different from base velocity. Storm relative velocity is if the storm were standing still, what were the wind speeds doing and what would they be doing and what direction would they be blowing in? That's storm relative velocity. Base velocity, which I'm changing to right now, is wind speeds and direction, but also taking into account the speed of the actual thunderstorm itself. Okay, I know it's a little rough, but you get the idea. All right, there's a lot of gusty winds out there. Lots of gusty winds. Oh, look, remember this one? Remember, let's go up here. Remember I said this thing might be trying to spin again? Well, what do you see here? This is base velocity. Let's go to storm relative velocity. See what's going on here. We're definitely south of rising sun. Look, we got a couplet again. West Millgrove, follow my cursor. Right there, Route 23. This thing is spinning again. Hold on. It's maybe not be done. It may not be done. So we'll see. Watching it carefully. Watching it carefully. That storm has a history of producing tornadoes. Nothing on it yet. So once again, tornado watch in effect for Huron County, Richland County, Ashland County, Wayne County, Holmes County, Coshocton County, Stark County, Tuscarawas County, as well as Carroll County until 4 a.m. No tornado watch for Cleveland or Akron. There are the storms. We got the tornado warning storm down around Urbana. It's going to travel north of Columbus. I know a lot of you were down for the Ohio State graduation ceremonies this past weekend. Just the new tornado watch in effect until 4 a.m. Let's see what they say here. Interesting here. All right. Again, I think they're just watching these storms that have had a history of producing tornadoes. They're watching the movement, and that's why they've issued the additional tornado watch upstream a little bit. All right. There's your Urbana tornado warning. That storm has also had a history of producing wind damage. If you go back here, you have thunderstorm wind damage, probably tornadic wind damage. You have North Greenville, Darke County, thunderstorm wind damage, probably tornado damage. They come in as storm reports, but that's exactly the track. Roof damage, trees down on Parkside Drive. That's Darke, Ohio, Darke County, Ohio. That's most likely tornado damage. They'll have to go out and survey it after. But all of these damage reports is right in the track of that spin that had tornado warnings on it. So there will likely be confirmed tornadoes. Look, we got another confirmation here. Up in here, this is the third spotter confirmation of a tornado right here. Photo on X between Melrose and Leipsic of a tornado on the ground. Yeah, confirmed tornado on the ground. Boom. We got 3 reports. It's most likely the same tornado. Same tornado. Boom. So here we are waiting and watching as these storms continue to move slightly north of east at about 40 miles per hour. Look at how many we have here. Hundreds of you. What about Canton? Canton, you're in the tornado watch box until 4 a.m. Orville, too. These are heading east-northeast at about 40 miles per hour, east-northeast. But what we have going for us is that we're losing heat energy. The sun has gone down. The environment's going to become a little more stable as these storms continue to move east. Slight risk, marginal risk for tornadoes and severe thunderstorms. Medina, you are not in a tornado watch. Macedonia, you are not in a tornado watch. Cambridge, you are in a tornado watch. When will northern Medina County get rain? Well, I think you're going to get some tonight. All is calm in Doylestown. Thanks, Paula. Mayfield, you're going to get some storms probably, but it looks like severe weather is going to be to your south. Will the storms reach Ashtabula? That's a great question. I think you'll have some rain, but the threat for severe weather is pretty slim for Ashtabula. What time will this arrive in Canton? I would say 11-ish. And what time is it now? 9:54. Maybe a little after 11. Maybe closer to 11:30 midnight. Beloit is in Stark County. You are in a tornado watch. Is Wayne in the tornado watch? Yes, you are. Smithfield is in the tornado watch. Let's see. How about Norwaha? About Wakeman. What about Norwaha about Wakeman? John, okay, I think that's not a city. I get it. Wakeman, no. You're going to get a thunderstorm. We'll keep an eye on that thunderstorm coming in from the west. Amherst, Lorain County, not in a tornado watch. Will this reach Geauga County? You'll probably get some rain. Hopefully nothing severe. Okay? You have family in Urbana, and they're in the basement. That is good. And there's that tornado warned storm in Urbana. I do want to keep an eye on this storm up here. Okay, I'm going to come back up to this one because I really want to keep an eye on this thing. It looks like it's weakening a little bit, which is fine with me. Let's stop it. Let's stop. There we go. Here's the latest scan. So let's analyze this thing and see what it's doing. Here's your velocity. Let's go to storm relative velocity. Let's wait for it to load. Thanks for everybody here. I mean, it's amazing how many folks we have on here. Keep adding your comments in. I'll get to as many questions as I can, okay? Ashland County, you are in a tornado watch, Debbie. Northern Medina County will get a slight thunderstorm, but nothing severe. Good for you, Holly. Missed what you said about Medina. Is Medina going to get storms? You'll probably have storms, but severe weather threat is diminishing, but still there. See where my cursor is? That's where we have a little spin. It's right on the back edge of the storm right there, okay? Got a little bit of a spin right in here. A little bit of a spin. Do we have any shear? We're waiting for shear. Let's let that load and see what we have. It's not very strong. Yeah, we do have some. The blue and the red together a little bit. But this storm produced tornadoes just 2 counties to the west just an hour ago. Just an hour ago. No debris there. No debris. No debris. So I think the news is pretty good for this thunderstorm here. This storm appears to be kind of holding its own, but not strengthening in any way, shape, or form. So good news there. Good news there. There's still our tornado warning down in Urbana. You want to take another look at that one? See what we can see? We've got folks who are on here whose family is in the basement right now near Urbana. So I'm going to zoom into this one. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Let's go back up. All right, so first thing I need to do is I need to get off the Cleveland radar, and I need to switch to probably the radar down here. Let's go to ILN. Let's go to Wilmington's radar. All right, it's going to shift a little bit, change color. It's going to load. Here we're going to load. Here we go. Let's zoom on in. Urbana. We got people watching now who have family in their basement right now. So let's find it. Let's go to our storm relative velocity. What do we see? Let's wait for it to change colors. This thing has picked up some steam. There's a lot going on there. We got lots of bright greens and lots of bright reds together. Somewhere in the middle there, right where that arrow is, I believe that's where the storm is probably, the spin is probably right in that spot. So let's check for debris underneath it. I really don't see any debris there, right there where my cursor is. Don't see any debris. So if there is something on the ground, it's not chewing up a whole lot of stuff. Not chewing it up. I do want you to notice what I see down here. There's another hook right down here. See that one there? Follow my cursor. There's another hook there. And what's our storm relative velocity doing on that one? Wait for the colors to change. As if the storm were standing still. There's a little couplet. Little bit. Little bit. Any debris? Wait for it to change. Not really. Not really. No, not yet. So a lot going on down there. Still have that tornado warning. Let's show you the 60 knot maximum change in velocity. That means the spin. If you added them up toward the radar and away from the radar, you get 60 knots. What's that, about 75 miles per hour? That would be, and you have 0 if it's on the ground. It'd be weak, but it's still impactful. I don't like that hook that's forming down there, just outside of the warning polygon. I'm glad the folks in Urbana are in their basement, but if I were in Mutual, Mechanicsburg, I'd be in my basement as well. Woodstock, definitely in my basement. All right. So if I'm going to put a track on this and I want to track this thing, this little spin here, it's moving at about 40 miles per hour. Let's take you up at about 30. There's 40. Okay, so Mechanicsburg in 10 minutes. There's Mechanicsburg. It's 10 minutes from now. Gets there, okay? So if you know have friends and family in Mechanicsburg, I would probably suggest that they're underground as well, if they can be. So interesting stuff down there. Tornado-warned storms still all over the place. There's one down around Cincinnati. It's moving into Cincinnati. And look at this guy. We all have friends and family down in Cincinnati. So let's check on this one. Definitely a hook right there near Bright and Harrison. And this one looks like it's going to move just to the north of downtown. Forest Park, Sharonville, Blue Ash, Finneytown, and White Oak. So there's the hook. And it's got a maximum velocity change of 79 knots. Now, Rob, you do the math. Again, now we're EF1-ish. Now we're EF1-ish if there is something on the ground. But we can ask the radar if there's something on the ground. Let's find the velocity, waiting for the colors to change. Waiting for the colors to change. All right, so right in there would be where our spin would be located. So if we check, let's go to correlation coefficient again. That's our debris. No, not really seeing debris as of this moment. I mean, I want to see something more defined. You're seeing lots of colors there. I'm looking for a bullseye that's right underneath the spin, and I really don't see it. But still, that's pretty potent. Oh, it's increased a little bit. 70 knots. Well, no, it's dropped a little. 70 knots. Gate to gate shear, 70 knots. Would be EF1 if it's on the ground. Possibly. All right, this guy continues. Look at this one. 78 knot maximum change in velocity. The spin, 78 knots. So that's increased. It's still somewhere in there. And folks, it's rain wrapped and it's dark outside. So if there's a tornado in there, it is totally wrapped in rain and you're never going to see it. You are never going to see it. Craziness. How about the Mansfield area? Well, you are currently under a tornado watch until 4 a.m. Let's go up here. What do we got? How about Richland County near Malabar? Tornado watch until 4 a.m. for you. Ashland, tornado watch until 4 a.m. Mansfield, tornado watch until 4 a.m. Dover, New Philly, until 4 a.m. at tornado watch. I think by 1 a.m.-ish, it's through. LOL Mark. Thank you, Amber. I love being LOL'd. What's the trajectory of the storm progressing toward Ashland? Do I have someone helping me tonight? Rob Powers is helping me tonight. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Mark.
Good to see you, buddy. I'm all by myself. That's all right. All right. I love being able to put the questions up there. So I'm going to zoom on out. Oh, wait a minute. I'm messing up my own frame here. All right. Let's come on back. Get back to my, there it is. Okay. I'm going to zoom out. Let's come back closer to home. Tornado watch right there. Southern half of the News 5 viewing area. The clusters of storms to be concerned about are the ones near Edison now, Bucyrus, Marion, Morale. But they're really getting interrupted. Wow, what happened to that storm out here? Look at that thing. Where'd it go? I'm changing over to the Cleveland radar site now. Over to the radar site in Cleveland. I'm going to zoom on in. Look at that storm. It's really weakened quite a bit over Bettsville. That's non-severe. It's probably not going to be severe again, which is fine with me. Fine with me. Got a lot of ground clutter now coming off the Cleveland radar. You see all that green around Oberlin and Cleveland and east side, west side, south side. Most of that is ground clutter. The legitimate thunderstorms are right down here. Bucyrus to Marion to Ashley. Urbana still has that tornado warning out. That's headed east. So really our hope, not our hope, but our possibility for a tornado rests in this cluster of cells right here, moving towards Shelby and Mansfield. And I truly hope we don't have tornadoes. We've had our share this spring already, and I don't think we need any more. And of course, we've had tornadoes, Rob, today in Western Ohio, confirmed touchdowns. More scary stuff. Huh? Wow. Yeah, confirmed tornadoes right here. There's 3 of them, probably the same tornado, Paulding County. Several of them. All right, I'm going to put this into motion here. Put this into motion. There's the motion of our storms. And again, the good news is I don't think we're going to have a monster tornado outbreak tonight because it's getting late. Zach says, can we get a good storm in Fairview? I don't know. Can you? Maybe. I'm tired and I want some rain, says Zach. Will it weaken by the time it gets to Northern Summit? There's going to be some pretty good rain moving in towards Summit County. Will it be severe? That's a great question. Portage and Trumbull County outlook. Trumbull County is not in a tornado watch, and Portage County is not in a tornado watch. Tucker, love watching you too. Look at all the folks here. We've got hundreds and hundreds of you here. I really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Michelle says, no tornadoes, please. Hey, you see when you comment, you may get your comment right up on the screen. Will it weaken by the time it hits Canton? Probably. Jackson Township, you're in a tornado watch until 4 a.m. Fingers crossed in Canton, right on. How is Stark looking? Same story, tornado watch. You're going to have some storms. Hopefully they weaken enough that you don't have to deal with tornadoes. Spencer Township, that's Medina County. You're not under any type of tornado watch, but there could still be an isolated damaging wind gust, maybe some hail. Well, those 2 storms combined, you think? Yeah, they're already doing it. If you take a quick look, Amber, you see what Amber's talking about. These supercells are kind of joining forces together. They're kind of getting enmeshed in each other, if you will. There you have it. Morale, Caledonia. I hope we can sound the all clear. I really do. I think we might be able to, which is awesome. You have that one tornado warned storm down south. That's Columbus. That's the closest warning that we have right now. And the one near Green Springs, that's interesting. You know, I can't not keep an eye on this guy, because this storm has produced tornadoes. It looks like it's shrinking still. Looks like it's losing some steam, which is good. Take a quick look at it. This is in the Fremont area. I want to look at the velocities, the winds toward and away. I'm not real impressed with that. Bettsville to Burgoon. Let's see what our base velocity is. There's still a little spin right on the back edge of that storm, Burgoon to Bettsville, but it's not strong enough right now to produce any type of tornado. Gate to gate shear, there's a little bit. You see that bright blue in the middle, and then there's some kind of bright orange down there between Burgoon and Bettsville. So it's a broadly circulating mesocyclone right now. Okay. Good news. I think the threat, as I mentioned previously, the threat for tornadoes diminishes as we go through time, as we lose the best dynamics. We have one tornado warning down around Columbus, moving out of Urbana. We have another tornado warning that's in Hamilton County here. All right, I know a lot of us, we have friends, family down in the Cincinnati area, so let's take another quick look at this one. Let's zoom on in here. Yeah, there's a nice hook on this one. This one, it has me worried. Look at that. This one has me worried right there. This is moving into a densely populated area right now. 76 knot maximum velocity, change in velocity, spin. So there's your hook. So everybody comment where you think the tornado would be located. Everybody comment. First of all, we'll find the storm relative velocity. Tell me where you think the tornado is. Well, there is something in here. It's not super well defined. And there's a lot of interference, probably big city interference in here with our velocities. Right up there around the number 4. I want to make sure that that's nothing. Yeah, it's not. So you have a big hook echo there. You do. It's trying to get organized. It's trying to do something. You do have that tornado warning out for Metro Cincinnati. Metro Cincinnati. That would be pretty terrible if you had a touchdown in the Cincinnati metro in that densely populated area. So that's something we'll keep an eye on. Tornado warning out for Hamilton County for the greater Cincinnati metro until, let's see, until 9:40 p.m. I'm sorry. Until, oh, that's a flash flood warning. My bad. I clicked on the wrong one. There's a tornado warning until 10:15. It is radar indicated. Moving east at about 40 miles per hour. That's something to keep an eye on. Let's go back up here. Here's the other tornado warned storm. Look at that. Velocity's increased a little bit. Change in velocity of 88 knots. Still something going on in that thing. Still spinning. Storm relative velocity. Okay. Yeah, to me, it almost looks like it is. Well, to me, it almost looks like it's straight line winds right now based on this pattern. They reissued the tornado warning downstream here. Radar indicated. Okay, they reissued it into, this one's headed toward the northern suburbs of Columbus. So we've got 2 tornado warned storms, and both of them will be or are impacting major metropolitan areas in Ohio. One Columbus, the other Cincinnati. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And if I'm betting person, there's where it is. Let's zoom on into that. Hold on. I think that's probably where the spin is. So Plain City in 11 minutes, Dublin in 22 minutes. I mean, these are big suburbs. Big suburbs. All right, let's go back to see what our base velocity is doing. Wait for it to load. Wait for it to load. Yeah, you can see right there where my cursor is. Something going on right in there. That's most likely where your spin is. Let's try and find the correlation coefficient. Not seeing debris as of this moment. That's good. Don't want it to be on the ground. Honest to goodness, I don't want another. We don't need another tornado outbreak, although we've already had it in western Ohio. Let's keep an eye on the storms to our north. Now, that's pretty messy. All those supercell thunderstorms have kind of joined forces there. I'm going to go back to our Cleveland radar. We'll keep an eye on our Cincinnati friends, too. Don't worry. And our Columbus friends. Oh, and there's another tornado warning just to the northeast of Cincinnati. So we have 2 tornado-warned storms around Cincinnati now. Wow. Okay. What we notice about this other cell right up here, that's really gotten smaller. Really, really gotten smaller. I would say that's no longer a threat. Checking in on some velocity here real quick. See if we have any spin. See if we have any spin. Not a lot going on. That's pretty messy. Not worried about that anymore. All right, so that's just a garden variety thunderstorm that's losing steam fast. Let's go back here. What's going on with this mess? Bucyrus, Mount Gilead. Real messy. Let's zoom on in on that. Okay, let's check and see what kind of wind speeds we have in this. Wait for the color to change. Okay, we got a lot of gusty winds. You see these brighter kind of almost blue, real bright green and blue. I mean, you're at 40 to 50 miles per hour there. In fact, we can get a little cursor on that. Okay, so 59 mile per hour there incoming right there. But again, this is shooting pretty high up from the Cleveland radar, shooting really high up. Okay. Terry says, what are the chances we get weather, really bad weather in Jefferson County? Jefferson County, Southern Ohio, absolutely. You got a shot at it, but by the time the storms reach you, it's going to be pretty far into the overnight. So you only have a marginal risk for severe thunderstorms tonight and tornadoes, which is good. Marginal risk is still a risk. I keep telling everybody, some of our worst tornado outbreaks have occurred during marginal risks and slight risks. All right, Plain City, there it is. Tornado-warned storm moving into the northern suburbs of Columbus. 2 tornado-warned storms now. Well, we lost the one in Cincinnati, and now we have that other one just on the outskirts on the east side of Cincinnati, right there. So just some crazy weather around our second and third largest cities in the state of Ohio with tornado warnings there. For us, there's that cluster of cells. And that's really it, which is good. Ashtabula County, you probably are going to hear some thunder. Your severe weather threat, I think, is really rapidly diminishing. What is this? Not on TV because the storms are out of the viewing area right now. Yeah, that's right. Storms are just approaching the viewing area. Plus, we have a tornado watch in effect. There's no need for me to be on TV right now because we don't have any warnings in our viewing area. So I just thought I'd come on and you and I would chat. And again, if you are just joining me here, please, this is my new Facebook page. Trying to build it up. Please follow, share this with your friends and family, because this, if you follow this page, you're going to be alerted every time I go on and do Facebook Lives. This is where I'm going to cover my severe weather, all summer long. This Mark Johnson, Mark J. Weather 1 is the address to this Facebook page. Now, I have 2 pages. I have a personal page and a professional page. This professional page is where I'm going to be doing the severe weather. When do I think storms will hit Massillon? 11 o'clock-ish, I would think, maybe 11:30. You have family in Grove City. I think Grove City is south of Columbus, if I'm not mistaken. I think you're fine. Wouldn't watch anyone else but you. I appreciate that, Sandy. Thank you very much. Can you do a track on the storm below Bucyrus based on wind speed? Yes, I can do that for you. Absolutely. Let's do that. This one, Bucyrus. Follow me. Let's go back over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and zoom on in. They want to track on this storm. So first thing I have to do is pause. All right, now let's put a track on this. We're going to draw a manual track. This is Bucyrus. I'm going to track the leading edge, okay? Let's track the leading edge of this, moving slightly. It's not going 70 miles per hour. It's going 40 miles per hour. Okay. Okay. In 10 minutes, this is in Ontario. This is the leading edge of the heavy rain. 16 minutes in Mansfield. 28 minutes in Mifflin. Okay? 28 minutes in Mifflin. I'm going to go down here to another portion of the cluster, which is probably producing some hail. So this is also moving at about 40 miles per hour to the north. Okay, so we're going to put that one. It's in Butler in 12 minutes. Loudonville, you're right on the edge. It's about 25 minutes away from Loudonville. You can see right there. ETA is 26 minutes. Okay. Belleville, ETA is about 6 minutes, 5 minutes for Belleville. Lexington, ETA is about 5 minutes for the heavier precip. Heavier precip. This is a crazy cluster of storms. It's kind of like curling back in. Almost looks like a slug with its mouth open. I don't know. I'm seeing weird things. All right, I'm looking for high winds. I'm going to change our color now. Yeah, you got some pretty gusty winds, 50, 59. Again, this is shooting up. And if you're joining me too, make sure you're up to speed on the latest. I mean, drag your bar at the bottom up until the very end so that you're live with me being live. If you're starting to watch this, you may be 5-10 minutes behind, and I don't want you to be behind on the feed because that impacts when these storms will arrive. It is 10:21 p.m. If you're looking at your clock and that's a different time, you're going to have to slide that bar on the bottom and catch up the video, the live video. Okay, let's go back over here. Back to reflectivity. Strong storms, no warnings. No warnings. Got to get rid of that. Clear the track. That's really it. That other storm, look at this other storm. Look at what this is trying to do on us. Look at this. What's that doing? This crazy little storm that could. What's it trying to do back here? See? Mother Nature always changes her mind. Let's see what our storm relative velocity is here. Still very messy. I really don't see anything causes me a super amount of concern. But it's starting to hook a little bit. Did you see that? That means that thing is still just gradually spinning round and around and around. It's a mesocyclone. All right, waiting for the base velocity. Come on. Oh, that's just messy too. Super messy. We'll keep an eye on that thing. If it wants to hook, might be a little wall cloud trying to form there near Green Springs. May not be strong enough to drop anything anymore, but it's sure still trying. A lot of ground clutter around Greater Cleveland, Twinsburg. All of that's ground clutter. It is not rain officially. There's our cluster of storms. There's our tornado warning. Plain City to Hilliard. Northern suburbs of Columbus. Cincinnati has got a confirmed tornado right now, just east of town. How do I know it's a confirmed tornado? Look at the color of the box. Changed colors on me. This is an observed tornado. An observed tornado right there. So we have a tornado on the ground right there. Let's go back up. It's close to the radar, so we should be able to get a really good look at it. Really good look. Oh, yeah. I mean, look at all those little hooks in there. You got one right near Clarksville. You got another indentation north of Blanchester and Butlerville right in there. So if there's a spin, it's probably right here where my cursor is. Crazy. So that's the difference. We have two tornado warnings there. The one that's kind of spinning and real bright, that's a non-confirmed tornado. That's radar observed. This one that's kind of subdued and just kind of pulsating, that is a observed tornado, confirmed tornado. It's going to head right into Wilmington. 7 minutes to Clarksville, 21 minutes to Wilmington. All right, we'll get rid of that. Now let's go find it. Everybody has friends Cincinnati way, Wilmington way, Columbus way. We've all got friends down there. And this one's going to pass right over the radar. This is going to go right over the radar. This is crazy. Let's do velocity. Let's do storm relative. Got to wait for the color. Okay. See, they just issued a new tornado warning here. Observed tornado. And this one's farther down. This includes the city of Wilmington. This is going to cross right near the radar. All right. Let's get closer. Well, there's a spin in there somewhere. What's going on there right in the middle? What is going on there? Those are the kind of blobs you look at and you go, is that debris? Well, let's see if there's anything to that. Well, let's take this back a few frames. Honest to goodness, folks, that could be debris. That absolutely could be debris. And of course, we have a confirmed tornado. So there, right in the middle there, whenever I talk about debris, you see that? That could easily be debris. It's kind of spreading out now. It's being lofted. It's right near the radar. So this is right near ground level. So it's not shooting very high and detecting some debris in there. Once again, you want to find the spin so that you can see where. So the spin should be right in here if that's truly debris. Come on, storm relative, let's go. Got to wait for the scan, folks. Yeah, folks, see where the bright reds and greens are together there? And then right under that, you have debris. So that looks like debris, and in fact, that could be debris in two spots, one here and one here. Wow, could we have had two tornadoes? Waiting for the storm relative velocity here. Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Really need to see that. Really need to see that. Okay, folks, I think we have two tornadoes. I think we have two tornadoes. We have one here, right in here with debris, and then we have a second one. Come on, debris. Let's go. Let's load. Fans are waiting. This is fascinating. We may have had two tornadoes touch down right here near Cincinnati. We're just waiting for this to load. My apologies. It's got to load. Waiting for it to change color. Come on. Come on. I get impatient. I really do. There it is. Look. Debris number 1, debris number 2. That is fantastic. Well, not fantastic. That is fascinating. Wow. Bruce says, I thought I heard a rumble in Plymouth. I hope you guys are taking this all in because we're watching in real time live tornadoes on the ground. There's another one right here. This one is on the ground right here. You can see it. I'm going to zoom on into it. See the red, the bright red and the bright green together right there where my cursor is. Now let's check and see if we have debris under that. We want it to be right here. It's got to change color. Come on. Computer's getting a little slow because I've loaded this up. I've had this computer on for hours now, so its cache is loaded with all of this data. It's a gaming computer, but it still has its limits. Waiting for the debris. I put my cursor right where I think the spin is. Let's see if we have a debris signature there. Come on, bring it on. Ooh, there it is. Folks, we have debris right there. See that yellow? Right underneath the spin, there's a tornado on the ground. Right now, you're seeing it live. In fact, wow. There's a lot going on down here. Right there. A lot going on. There's your spin moving into Morrow County. You may have a couple of lingering spins farther north. And now the thunderstorm is going to cross right over the radar. And that spin looks like it's headed right for the Wilmington radar. So that will be interesting. It's so close to the radar that this thing is darn near ground level right now. It's darn near ground level. So they changed the warning now to a non-confirmed radar indicated tornado. So the tornado may have lifted, but at the same time, we still have some lingering debris from when it touched down. This is just to the north and east of Cincinnati near Lebanon, Morrow. And here's still our hook echo right here. Look at that hook moving into downtown Cincinnati. Downtown Cincinnati. See what our velocity is on that thing. Waiting and waiting and waiting. It's got to load. It's got to load. Got to load. Again, I'm maxing this baby out. So sometimes it cuts out on me. Okay. Not down in here is where I would expect to see the spin right in there. 79 knot change in velocity. So there's a spin right in here. Yeah, right in there. There's no warning out for that storm anymore, even though it's got a little hook on it. No warning on it. Crazy. Friends and family in Cincinnati, please be careful. Please be careful. Columbus too. Look at this one. Tornado warning for Plain City. Plain City. There it is. That's northern suburbs of Columbus. And we went and found this one earlier. Let's see if we can still find it. Once again, my computer cache is filling up, so it takes an extra second for these images to load. I apologize for that. There it is. If there is something in there, it's probably right down in here. Right down in here. Still spinning right down in there. It's trying to reload. A lot going on in that one. Weak spin in that one. Weak spin. There's probably some evidence of a tornado, but it would be EF0, maybe EF1. That's crazy. Look at tornado warnings for Columbus and the Cincinnati area. But so far, so good. We still have our tornado watch in effect for Huron County. Let's get the Cleveland radar on. Punch that up. Oh, look, an error occurred. See? I told you I'm maxing this baby out. Let's see if I can reload everything. It reloaded. I'm loading the reflectivity now. I might have to give this computer a little rest because it is really ingested some incredible amounts of data. How's it going, Mark? Some thunder in Perrysville. Looks like a hook coming towards us. Yeah, Tucker. Got little hooks all around. All around. Still waiting for the reflectivity mode here. There it is. So that storm that was out around Sandusky here is all but gone. It's over Clyde. It's no longer even a thunderstorm. Whoops. Whoops. There it was. No longer even a thunderstorm. Sorry. I messed it up. There, I'm trying to get it back. Straight up and down. I'm doing this all with my fingers. I'm not using a mouse. So it's pretty cool. All right, let's go down here. Let's bring that on up. Oh, no. I can even make this. I can even. Look at me. All right, I need to bring this back up. Come on. Oh, boy. Look at me. I just messed it totally up. We'll get it. Don't you worry. Whoa. There it is. It's back. Almost. I'm still learning the interface. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, I'm going to widen it out. Oh, I zoomed in. Look at that. Thanks for bearing with me. We still have hundreds of you with us. Walnut Creek has light rain. Walnut Creek has light rain. Sending prayers to all my family and friends in Southern Ohio. Absolutely. I mean, we're watching this live, Eugenia, and that's the crazy part. We're watching this live, and it's just like last night. For those who joined me for my live feed last night for the Oklahoma high risk, we watched a tornado on the radar, on this very radar screen, and I told you people's lives are being destroyed right now, and that's just the most humbling thing. Is this storm system headed northeast or south? It's actually headed east-northeast. Okay? Worcester, you're under a tornado watch until 4 a.m. Heavy rain now in Mansfield. Yes. What about the Ashland County storm? There's a heavy rain. We were pretty close to being right, weren't we? We were, weren't we? There's the Ashland County storm there. See it? It's not quite into Ashland yet, but you're getting some rain. So you've got Mansfield getting heavy rain here. Let's double check and make sure it's not hailing on anybody. The potential possibility for severe hail, it would appear here on the screen if we were going to get any severe hail. And I don't see it. I don't see any colors, any spots anywhere for severe hail. So that's good news. I don't see severe hail. I think you're okay. Zoom back in. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. There's our reflectivity. Well, it's trying to load. Again, I'm really maxing out this computer, folks. I think the good news is right now, I don't see any evidence that those storms around Mansfield, Shelby, Belleville are going to pop anything tornadic anytime soon, which is fantastic. I'm waiting for the colors to change. As I said, I'm maxing out my computer, and it really needs to be shut down because it's been on literally since 4 o'clock this afternoon. It's now 10:30. So it has ingested a lot of stuff. We got a live radar scan going on right now. It's active. That's why your screen is pulsating. We're getting the latest updated. You notice how that just changed? It's a live scan. It just changed. So Mansfield to Lucas, you get heavy rain. Nothing tornadic, which is great. I don't think we want tornadoes. Do you? I don't want tornadoes. I really don't. Craziness. Okay, folks, I'm going to go and get ready for the 11 o'clock news. You've all been phenomenal. Storms will continue to sag south, southeast. Yeah, the mesoscale discussion. Right. Let's go back over and I'll put that one up. So Claire says the newest mesoscale discussion says storms will continue to sag south, southeast. Right. So that bodes well for us in Greater Cleveland. But when you join me at 11 o'clock tonight live, I'll show you the latest radar and we'll talk about the latest tracks for these storms. Thunder in Dalton now. Awesome, Tammy. Thunder in Dalton. Thank you, Shar. Appreciate you being here. Dominic says this is something similar to what happened after the storms moved through Akron. It ended up striking a small town off the turnpike. Right. Akron storms, you'll get some. But right now, what line of storms headed to Dover, New Philly? Well, to be honest with you, I think the line of storms that are directly to your west around Mansfield and Belleville are the storms that are going to slide into the Dover, New Philly area. Going to slide right in. Okay. So many of you joined me tonight, hundreds and hundreds. I got some great comments. Thank you again. Keep in mind that if you're watching this feed, make sure that the timestamp is the same time that you have in reality. So if you are a little bit behind in this feed, then the information I'm giving you will be off. So my watch says it's 10:39 p.m. Keep that in mind if you're watching the feed and it doesn't say 10:39. Okay. Anyway, make sure you please like this page, share this page. Love that you comment on this page. Follow this page. This is my new page where we're doing all our severe weather coverage. So if you want severe weather, accurate severe weather in real time as it's happening, this Mark J. Weather 1, the number 1, is the name of the Facebook page. It's the address. You need to follow this. Follow this page. And we'll have it for you all summer long. In the meantime, my friends, I'm going to go get ready for the 11 o'clock news. We're going to be live at the top of the show. We'll track strong to severe thunderstorms. We'll see where we are. And until 11 o'clock, we will see you. Once again, I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Thanks for being here. I'm going to end the stream now. Remember, I'm live on Facebook, live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube right now. We'll try and get Instagram thrown into the mix as well. All right, everybody. We'll see you at 11.